There we go. Shalom, 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 family. Clam on in, clam on in. Marcus Israel, shalom, family. YAH'KI do all the shout outs. He does it so well. YAH'KI does it so well. We're gonna let him do all the shout outs.
West Coast accent.
Right.
Don't try to juice me up. You know?
It'll slaughter everybody there.
Everybody will get hit there. All right, well, here we go. Ministries long, shalom, shalom. Paris Lockhart, shalom, my brother. Paul Bateman, Yahoo. Marcus Israel, shalom, my brother. Anaya Awaken, is that a name?
And that's NehemiYAH.
Yeah, I know, but you know me, I'll be forgetting.
Hey, when I first saw it, I thought it was NehemiYAH.
Yeah. Sorry, sis.
Right. We both saw. I used to think it was NehemiYAH. That's my confession, sis. I used to think it was NehemiYAH.
You know, the only thing you know is I was about to call him little black. YAH'KI's rib. That's what you known as. Bro, Robert Sis D. Edra. Wow, that's a mixture of names. Malachi Maccabees Yahoo. Know me by Israel. Take care of them little show legs at home, girl.
Can't mess that name up.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'll be get the cold shoulder. Quaba. Is that it? Quaba El Ray. Shalom. YAH'KI Israel. Shalom. Shalom. James Hand. Yahoo. Emmanuel Ariella. Is that it? Emmanuel Ariella. That sounds like a song. But shalom.
That's
James. YAH'KI has redeemed. James YAH'KI has redeemed.
To the slaughter.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. Miss Royale, James, shalom, y'all. Shalom, shalom. Our captivities is ending. YAH'KI has redeemed Yaquab. Yeah. Our captivity, you know what I'm saying, shall be redeemed soon, man. We shall be redeemed soon, most high willing. James Mason, shalom. This one, man, ooh,
Which one?
See us. This one.
Seobin.
Spencer. Spencer, shalom.
Spencer. I think it's like Seobin.
Okay, Seobin. Shalom. Shalom, sis. Linus. Shalom. Bobby Davis. How big is thou, my brother? How big is thou? Shalom, family. Shalom. Y'all climb on up in here, man. Do not be deceived. That's it right there, bro.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, family, we got a lesson tonight called Be Not Deceived. So let's not be deceived.
Right.
This lesson was actually put upon me because watching the TV show The Messiah. So if anybody watched the new TV show that's on Netflix, it's called The Messiah. So basically this where it spun from. So the spirit was put on me and it was spun from that. Just actually watching the movie, this TV show itself, and showing like how many people will be deceived, man. So let's just make sure we not the ones that's being deceived. Because man, I'm telling you, if you watch that TV show, it'll straight have you sitting there just like, hey, could he be the television's Messiah? Notice I said the television.
Right.
Could he be the television's Messiah? So you gotta watch it all the way up to the last episode. It's a good TV show, I must say.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting, man. You get to seeing like the miracles he get to doing, this and third, and tripping out certain things he be saying, and then you like, nah, Messiah wouldn't say that.
Right.
Then you'll see what he was doing. He said he's clearly the anti-Messiah. Mm. YAH'KI said he's clearly the anti-Messiah.
That's right.
All right.
YAH'KI, you got the axe, bro.
He said, dude, hella filming. Y'all, yeah, he filming this. It's that deal.
It tripped me out when I seen him with the Nike tracksuit.
Yeah, bro. Hey, look, when I see him with the Nike, I was like, look at I said, okay, the Messiah in shape, huh? This dude getting in shape.
On the treadmill.
I was cracking up. Hey, well, with that being said, family, we finna get it started. Bro, gonna open it up with a opening songs. Toasty. I'm just saying. Come on.
Y'all ready? Yeah. I ain't gonna even play. Psalms 143. Hear my prayer, O Yahweh. Give ear to my supplication. In thy faithfulness answer me, and in thy righteousness. And enter not into judgment with thy servant. For in thy sight shall no man live and be justified. For the enemy hath persecuted my soul. He hath smitten my life down to the ground. He hath made me to dwell in darkness, as those that have been long dead. Therefore is my spirit overwhelmed within me. My heart within me is desolate. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all thy works. I muse on the works of thy hands. I stretch forth my hands unto thee. My soul thirsted after thee as a thirsty land. Selah.
Selah.
Hear me speedily, O Yahweh. My spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from my enemies. I flee unto thee to hide me. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my Elohim. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Quicken me, O Yahweh, for thy name's sake. For thy righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble. And of thy mercy, cut off my enemies and destroy all them that afflict my soul. For I am thy servant. Hallelujah. Selah. Yahu.
She said very feminine and not brass colored. That's so cool.
And they sent the harlot up to him too.
Yeah. Yep. Straight sent the harlot to him. All right, so look, we're gonna open this up with Genesis chapter 3. We're gonna do 1 through 7. I'm just trying to hit this.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 through 7.
Yeah. All right, come on.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1.
Remember, this be not deceived.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Most High Elohim had made.
Right.
And he said unto the woman, yeah, have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God had said, ye shall not eat of it,
Right.
neither shall ye touch it,
Right.
lest ye die.
Come on.
And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die.
You shall not what?
Ye shall not surely die.
So look, this is the first lie that we know about, right? He had told Eve, he said, look, you're not going to die if you eat of that tree. Come on.
Verse 5.
But she already knew, my fault, she already knew that God had already gave them a commandment from the jump. Don't eat from this tree right here, because she called it back down where the tree was at and everything, right? She said it was in the midst of the garden. Come on.
For Yahweh doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open,
All right.
and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Come on.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes,
Right.
and a tree to be desired to make one wise.
To do what?
To make one wise.
Come on.
She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons.
So look, now you see what's going on in the garden, right? Eve was deceived by who? By Satan, right? She looked at the tree. She knew everything that God told her what not to do, right? Then he came and what they say, whisper sweet naughty nothings to her. And then he ended up what? Deceiving her, right? And she saw that she wanted to be what? Wise. So when you start to follow what? Like different doctrines or different teachings or different beliefs, right? Everybody follow those beliefs to try to become wise.
Right.
They're stray away from this and go to something else because they feel like this doesn't make them wise, but other doctrines does. And that's what Satan's whole thing was, to deceive them from being connected to God. So once he deceived them, they became disconnected from God. Jump down to 21 for me.
Verse 21. Unto Adam called his wife, named Eve, because she was the mother of all things.
All right. Now, just yeah, we're gonna take 20 through 24.
Oh, my fault. You said 21. Yeah. 21. Unto Adam also, and to his wife, did the Most High Elohim make coats of skin and clothing.
Right.
And Yahweh Elohim said, behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil.
So look, once they bit of their tree, they knew good and evil. At first, all they did, they knew nothing but good. All they knew was good, right? Because that's what God taught them. But once they ate from that tree, now they know good and evil. They know evil behind what? From eating from that tree. Come on.
And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore, Yahweh Elohim sent them forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken.
Right.
So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life.
All right. So now we're going to go to Judges chapter 19. Before we go to Judges, we're going to go to Jeremiah first. We're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 14, and we're going to start at verse 10. So now we see here that Eve was deceived in a garden. And then since they went against God, they got the coats of skin. And like what came with the coats of skin was all different kind of fleshly desires. Also, you get anger, anxiety, depression. All these things are tied into the flesh. They're just like if bruh said he got some chili at the crib, he got some chili at his house or whatnot. So in your mind, you know you're going to go eat some chili, and you know that it's all these different kind of vegetables and meats and all this is inside of the chili. But you don't say I'm going there to eat the meat and the tomatoes and stuff like that. Right, you say I'm going to eat the chili. Right. So that's what came with the flesh. All different lustly desires came with the flesh. like the works of the flesh. What I say, Jeremiah what?
Jeremiah chapter 14. 10 through 16.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, family, we just talking about being not deceived.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 10. Thus saith the Most High unto this people.
All right, so now we see the Most High speaking, right?
Okay.
Come on.
Thus have they loved to wander.
To what?
Wander.
To go astray. Come on.
They have not refrained their feet. Therefore, the Most High does not accept them.
Do not what?
Do not accept them.
You see what happens when you go astray from the Most High, right? So you go astray from him and go and do wickedness. He said he do not accept you. Our whole duty is to try to get accepted, right? He said he will not accept them, right? Come on.
He will now remember their iniquity.
So Christ died so where we at? Christ died so the Most High could what? Forget our sins, right? He said he will remember their iniquities. Come on.
And visit their sins.
Come on.
Then said the Most High unto me, pray not for this people for their good.
He said what?
Pray not for this people for their good.
So look, the Most High told Jeremiah not to pray for the people, right? Our whole duty every day, we try to pray for each other, right? He said, don't pray for these people. Come on.
When they fast, I will not hear their cry.
Come on.
And when they offer burnt offerings and an oblation, I will not accept them.
I will what?
I will not accept them.
Come on.
But I will consume them by the sword.
By the what?
By the sword.
Come on.
And by the famine. And by the pestilence.
It seemed like Israel for the die, right? Come on.
Then said Yah, Elohim, my power, behold, the prophets say unto them.
The who?
The prophets say unto them.
Come on.
Ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place.
So look, we see when it first started off, he said the Most High was speaking, right? He was talking to Jeremiah. He told Jeremiah, do not pray for these people, right? So basically judgment is coming for these people, right? And then it said the prophets are telling these people ain't no sword coming, right? Come on.
Then the Most High said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name.
They do what?
Prophesy lies in my name.
So look, it's telling us do not be deceived, right? Give me that John chapter 8 real quick, where Christ said, the father of lies. What's that, 8:44? John 8:44. Bro, for to read John chapter 8, verse 44. I believe that's it.
Yes, sir. John chapter 8, verse 44.
Come on.
Let's start at 43.
Okay, you're going to start at 43.
Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father, the devil.
Of who?
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Come on.
And the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning.
Right.
And abode not in the truth.
And did what?
And abode not in the truth.
Come on.
Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar.
Right.
And the father of it.
Right. So look, now you know, look, the spirit of lying comes from Satan, right? And these prophets are prophesying in God's name. He's telling these people that the sword ain't gonna come to them, right? Or the famine. But remember, the Most High had already told Jeremiah it was coming, right? So it's letting us know, look, be not deceived. Even if you see prophets prophesying something that the Most High had already called down judgment on, right? Come on.
Quick precept right quick. Romans 3 and 4.
Bro, for to go to Romans 3 and 4 real quick for a precept.
Going off what you're saying, it don't matter what a man say.
Right. It don't matter what man said. What did the Lord say? Come
on. Romans chapter 3, verse 4.
And then notice it, they saying it in his name.
God forbid, yeah. Let God be true, but every man a liar.
That's right.
As it is written, that thou mayest be justified in thy sayings, you mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Come on. We're going back to Jeremiah chapter 14, fam.
Jeremiah 14 and 14. Then the Most High said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name.
Come on, they do what?
prophesy lies in my name.
And look, he said the prophets, right? Prophesy lies in my name. Come on.
I sent them not.
I what?
I sent them not.
He said, I did not send them, right? Come on.
Neither have I commanded them.
Come on.
Neither spake unto them.
So where these prophets coming from, right? He said, I ain't speak to them, I ain't send them, and I ain't command them to do nothing, but yet they prophesy in my name. Come on.
They prophesy unto you a false vision.
A what?
A false vision.
Come on.
And divination.
Come on.
And a thing of naught. And the deceit of their hearts.
Look, all this is coming from their own mind, right? This is their own wicked imagination, right? It said, and you hear a lot of people say, well, the Lord told me this. I got a message for you from the Lord.
Right.
You got to be careful. If it don't come to pass, it's not from the Lord. Right?
That's right.
Come on. But notice, notice these men are prophesying in his name, right? Come on.
Therefore, thus saith the Most High concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name. And I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land.
Come on.
By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed.
He said, look, now, since you want to lie to the people, right, and tell the people that the sword and the famine is not coming to the land, after I told them that it was, right? I told Jeremiah, my prophet, that's my prophet. I chose him from the womb. I told him that it was happening. Since you telling everybody it's not going to happen, guess what? I'm going to kill you by the sword and by the famine. So your own wickedness fell upon your own head. Come on.
And the people to whom they prophesied shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword.
Come on.
And they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their bonds, nor their occulti, nor their daughters.
Come on.
For I will pour their wickedness upon them.
So look, it's letting us know, family, be not deceived. Be not deceived. If the Most High has not called these men to prophesy unto you, don't listen to him. If he already called the judgment down that the sword and famine was coming to the land, and these men come right behind your God, your power, and tell you that it's not going to happen, they should have known from jump that was not of the Father.
Right.
And now you, since you listen to this false prophet, now you, your wife, your son, and your daughter have to be murdered, get cast in the street, and be slain by that sword that he already told you was going to happen. Be not deceived. We're going to hold it there.
Okay.
We're going to go to 2 Corinthians. No, we're going to go to Genesis chapter 19. Genesis chapter 19, family.
Gotta stick to the script, bro.
Yeah, you got to stick to the script.
I remember, when was that? I think it was like, I can't remember the date. It was like September the 21st or something. Everybody was talking about.
No, September 23rd. Yeah, bro. Yeah, September 23rd. You're talking a couple years ago. Yeah.
I think it was 2017.
Mm-hmm.
They like, something finna happen. Happened in 2012 too with the Mayan calendar.
Yep. All it letting you know, like, man, these men are not of God and was not sent from God.
Right.
It's like none of it came to pass.
None of
It's like, bro, we were just talking. It's crazy how the spirit moved. Cause man, me and my real were just talking about that probably like last week. How September 23rd, how they were saying like the world was going to end or something was going to happen. This and third, and we still here.
Still here.
All right, we're gonna go to Genesis chapter 19. Fam, we're gonna start at verse 29.
Book of Genesis chapter 19, verse 29. And it came to pass,
Right.
when Yahweh destroyed the cities of the plain,
Uh-huh.
that the Most High remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt.
Right. So this one, Lot came up out of Sodom and Gomorrah. Come on.
And Lot went up of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him,
Right.
for he feared to dwell in Zoar. And he dwelt in a cave, and he and his two daughters.
Come on. So notice it's just Lot and his two daughters, right? Come on.
Verse 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth.
Right.
Come, let us make our father drink wine.
Let us make him what?
Let us make our father drink wine.
Come on.
And we will lie with him.
And we will what?
And we will lie with him.
Come on.
That we may preserve seed of our father.
Now look, notice that these Lot's daughters, right? They saying, look, this is oldest daughter too. She deceiving the younger daughter. She's like, look, let us lie with our father. Let us get him drunk first, and then we're gonna lie with him so we can get children, right? Come on.
Verse 33. And they made their father drink wine that night.
Right.
And the firstborn went in and lay with her father. And he perceived not when she lay down or when she arose.
Right. So he ain't even know his daughters was in there with him, right? Come on.
Verse 34. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father.
Mm-hmm.
Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father.
So look, we're going here to show you gotta be careful with people who you drink with. You don't have to drink with everybody. Everybody not drinking just to have a merry heart. Right. Some people are drinking to deceive you, right? So just like men, you gotta be careful with the women who you just want to drink around, right? These women might just want to sleep with you to get pregnant, right? We see that in the streets, right? Somebody get drunk, a woman get the man drunk, she get knocked up. Now she pregnant, then the baby and all that baby mama drama and all this just from what? Drinking wine or want to have something to drink. So you got to be careful who you drink with.
Be deceived.
Don't be deceived. Right. Everybody not drinking to have a merry heart. And you see these Lot's daughter, right? They actually sleeping with their father. They getting him drunk because they knew if he was in his right state of mind, he wouldn't have done it. That's why they said, look, we got to get him drunk. And the oldest daughter saying that, like, look, we got to get him drunk. If we get him drunk, then we can have seed because God just destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. Come on.
And a family.
Right.
You know, even drinking with your family.
Right. Even like bro just said, even drinking with your family. You don't know what nobody motives is. You got to be careful. Like, be not deceived.
Verse 35. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day.
Right.
And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day.
So we just going there to show family, look, be careful with who you drink with. Everybody who you're drinking with, again, it's not drinking to have a merry heart. Some people are to drinking with you to try to get something up out of you, right? Some people act like they drinking just to get information up out of you. You thinking the whole time, y'all sitting there drinking and kicking it this whole time, they ain't even drinking nothing. And they just steady asking questions. So yeah, what you think about YAH'KI? Yeah, man, YAH'KI be this and the third. Yeah, okay, he got that in his mind. Yeah, man. You know, Jedediah, man, last week I seen him this, that, and the third. Now he get to talking, getting all this information. Now you wondering how this person got all this information about you, but not knowing the day before he was sitting up drinking with somebody. Spilling all the beans. So you gotta be careful who you drinking with. Be not deceived even with drinking. Right. All right, we're gonna go to 1 Kings chapter 21. 1 Kings chapter 21, family. We're gonna start in verse 1.
1 Kings 21.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, brother.
Yeah, Nehemiah.
Nah, Maccabee.
Oh my goodness. You got these names right here, huh?
Yeah, bro, for the butcher the name, so just
I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic.
Oh, yeah.
1 Kings chapter 21. We're gonna start at verse 1.
Do me like that.
You know what his brother's fault, man.
1 Kings chapter 21, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard,
Right.
which was in Jezreel, hard by the place of Ahab, king of Samaria.
Right. So it's there, you know what he got, right? So it's there, you know, at the head of town, like, look, like he said, Naboth has a vineyard, right? And it's telling you the location where it's at. And it's telling you it's by the king of Samaria, right? Come on.
And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, give me the vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house.
Right. So now he going to him. He like, look, let me get that vineyard that you got, because it's right here by my crib, right? Come on.
And I will give thee for a better vineyard than it.
Right. He's like, look, I'll trade you. The vineyard that's right here by my crib. Let me get it. It's closer to my crib. And I give you the one. I'll trade you for your vineyard, right? I give you one that's better than this one. Come on.
Or if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money.
Right. He said, or just sell it to me. I got the paper. Just sell it to me, and I got you. Tell him, my brother. Hey, big.
Verse 3. And Naboth said to Ahab, the Most High forbid
Right.
that I should give the inheritance of my father unto thee.
He said, look, the Most High won't allow me to give my father's inheritance unto you, right? Because I got the inheritance from my father, right? He's telling him the Most High won't allow him to do that, right? Come on.
And Ahab came into the house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him.
So now he mad, right? After he just told him, he should have just accepted it. Anytime somebody tell you, look, the Lord said this, or the Lord won't allow me to do that, that should have been none and void. That should have just been like, okay, look, that's it. Okay, right. Look, if that's what the Lord said, then that's just what it is, right? He going to the house, now he mad, right? Come on. How you get mad over something that ain't yours? Come on. We do that till this day, right? Right. Come on. We deceive ourselves. Come on.
For he has said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my father. And he laid him down upon his bed and turned away his face and would eat no bread.
Look, he wouldn't even eat bread. He wouldn't even eat because this man told him he won't give him his land. What kind of mindset you have to be in to be mad at somebody because they won't give you their land, and then you won't even eat?
Yeah, you got to be like spoiled brat.
Right, and that's what it sounds like. It sounds like bruh is straight spoiled, right?
Like a Donald Trump Jr.
He said Donald Trump Jr. straight up. That's what the little white kids in the little rich towns be. Yeah. The mom and daddy said, look, I ain't gonna buy you no Benz. I'm gonna buy you a Lexus. And then he get mad and go in his room and just cry because he wants the Benz and not the Lexus. Right. Spoiled. Come on.
But Jezebel, his wife, came to him.
Okay, so now you see Jezebel, right? This is real. She coming up to him, right? What she say?
And said unto him, why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread? And he said unto her, because I speak unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard.
Right.
And Jezebel his wife said unto him, as thou now govern the kingdom of Israel,
right,
arise and eat bread.
Come on.
And let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite.
Look, his wife just told him, don't worry about none of that, right? I got you. I'm going to give you the vineyard of him. His wife just came to him and said, I'm going to give you the vineyard. He should have questioned it out the gate. Like, what you mean you going to give me the vineyard?
Yeah, what kind of
right. What kind of moves y'all got? What, you know him? Huh? That's your man on the low? Right. What kind of power you got? Right? Come on.
Verse 8. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name,
right,
and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city,
right,
dwelling with Naboth.
So look, now she done sent these letters off, right? in his name, pretending to be him. Come on.
And she wrote in the letters, saying, proclaim a fast,
Right.
and set Naboth on high among the people.
Come on.
And set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witness against him,
Come on.
saying, thou didst blaspheme Yahweh and the king, and then carry him out and stone him that he may die.
So look, now she got these men lying, right? Saying that they saw him blaspheme God, right? And then they took him out in the streets, and then they stoned him. All right. All because he would not give him his vineyard. Something that ain't his, something he inherited from his father, right? So this man is mad. His wife was like, you know what? I got you. Come on.
And the men of his city, even the elders and the nobles who were the inhabitants in his city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them.
Right.
And as it was written in the letters which she had sent unto them, they proclaimed a fast,
right,
and set Naboth on high among the people.
Come on.
And there came in 2 men, children of Belial, and sat before him. And the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth in the presence of the people.
Come on.
Saying, Naboth did blaspheme the Most High and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city and stoned him with stones that he died.
Come on.
Then they sent to Jezebel, saying, Naboth is stoned and is dead.
Come on.
And it came to pass, when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned and was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, which he refused to give thee for money. For Naboth is not alive, but dead.
So look, now she go back to her husband, right? Like, look, Naboth is dead. That land is yours. Go get it.
Yeah, that's treacherous.
It's treacherous. She straight just deceived her own husband and deceived the people, had them straight witness and said he did blaspheme. So they take him out to the streets and kill this man. Then she go back to her husband and say, look, you can have the vineyard. It's yours. I told you I was going to get it for you. It's like, look, man, you got to be careful also with women. Not saying that all the women is just wicked and this and these Jezebel. Not saying that at all. Yeah. Just saying you just got to be careful. Be not deceived by your real. Just like that's what happened with Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? He was deceived by his own real. Yeah. You know, so she taught him something that she just learned from another head. So that's why a lot of men, they don't want their ribs talking to other kings. Yeah. This it makes so much sense. What you need to learn from him from, right, I can teach you. That's why I tell them be silent and learn from your husband at home. Yeah.
Verse 16. And it came to pass, when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it.
Right.
And the word of the Most High came to Elijah, the Tishbite, saying, arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whither he is going down to possess it. And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith the Most High, hast thou killed and also taken possession? And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus said the Most High, in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, right, shall dogs lick thy body, even thine.
He said, look, the same place where they kill Naboth, that's where them same dogs gonna lick your blood at, right? He said you're gonna be killed in that same exact spot. Come on.
Verse 20. And Ahab said to Elijah, hast thou found me, O mine enemy? And he answered, I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the Most High. Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and will take away thy posterity, and will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel.
Now that's it for that. But just going to show you, family, like, be not deceived. Be not deceived. It's like this woman straight went behind her husband back and got this man killed for no reason. She deceived the people, she deceived her husband, and she also deceived how you say his name? Naboth.
Yeah. That's why.
All because her husband wanted some land. It's like, look, she was caring more about his feelings than what was really right. He already told her he couldn't have it, and then she went behind his back and did it anyway. That's why a lot of men get mad when they tell they real to do something. She go behind his back and do something else, and then that causes that big contention. Like, it makes sense.
For me, I gotta know everything.
Right.
You talking about giving me some land or some what?
Right. Like, where you getting it from? Like,
who, what, when, where, what?
Yeah, that's why Ahab he got killed because he wanted to get the seed. He didn't ask no friggin' questions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
he asked no questions.
He asked no questions or anything of that nature. He wanted to get the seed. You know. Same thing with Adam.
Right.
You know what I mean?
His own lust.
Same thing with Adam. He wanted to get the seed. You know, because he ate of the fruit as well. He knew not to eat of it. Ahab, you know what I'm saying? He's the king. He the man of the household. And he couldn't get the land. So now come to find out, old boy is dead. Well, I ain't about to ask no questions. Shoot, I got the land.
I got the land.
You know? Right. Especially after his wife that said, don't worry about it. What was you about to say, bro?
I was saying, then you got the Messiah, where he tell his bride, the nation of Israel, Matthew 24. Last days, with the first thing he said,
he not deceived.
Yeah, to the spirit. All right, we want to go to Judges, family. If we go to Judges chapter 19, we're going to read Judges chapter 19 through chapter 21. I'm going to start verse 1.
Judges chapter 19. Ready?
Yeah.
And it came to pass in those days when there was no king in Israel.
There was what?
When there was no king in Israel.
So look, keep in mind, family, this whole time there is no king in Israel at all, right? So just peep how everything plays out, and keep in the back of your mind, there is no king in Israel during this time. Come on.
That there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah, and his concubine played the whore against him,
right?
And went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months.
Right.
And her husband arose and went after her to speak friendly unto her, and to bring her again, having his servant with him, and a couple of asses. She brought him into her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him.
Right.
And his father-in-law, the damsel father, retained him, and he abode with him 3 days. So they did eat and drink and lodge there.
So look, now you got a Levite, right? His concubine, it says she played the harlot, right? She played the whore. So she ended up going back to her daddy's house, and she was there for 4 months, right? So the Levite, he was missing his rib. So he ended up to try to make, what's that word?
Reconciliation.
Right.
Something like that.
All right, like reconciliation. They try to get back together. Reconcile. That's the word I'm looking for. Reconcile the relationship. So he go to the father-in-law house. Father-in-law see him, open up like, oh, that's my son-in-law. Bring him in. He allows, lodge there for 3 days. Then they get to eating, right? Come on.
And it came to pass on the 4th day, when they arose early in the morning, that he rose up to depart. And the damsel's father said unto his son-in-law, comfort thy heart with a morsel of bread, and afterward go your way.
Right. He said, look, before you leave, go and eat, and then you can burn out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
And they sat down and did eat and drink, both of them together. For the damsel's father had said unto the man, Be content, I pray thee, and tarry all night, and let thine heart be merry.
Come on.
And when the man rose up to depart, his father-in-law urged him. Therefore he lodged there again.
Right, so he stayed another night, right? Come on.
For he rose early in the morning on the 5th day to depart. And the damsel's father said, Comfort thy heart, I pray thee. And they tarried until afternoon, and they did eat both of them. And when the man rose up to depart, he and his concubine and his servant, his father-in-law, the damsel's father, said unto him, Behold, now the day draweth toward evening. I pray you, tarry all night. Behold, the day groweth to an end. Lodge here, that thine heart may be merry.
Right.
And tomorrow get you early on your way, that thou mayest go home.
Right. Come on.
But the man would not tarry.
He said, no, not this time, right? He been, every time he tried to leave, he keep making him what? Tarry another day. This day he said, nah, bro, I got to go. Right? Come on.
But he rose up and departed.
Right. So this time he left. Come on.
And came over against Jebus, which is Jerusalem.
Right.
And there were with him 2 asses saddled.
Right.
His concubine also was with him.
Come on. So now he went to the father-in-law house, right? And he got his rib back, right? You see, his concubine is on one of the asses, right? And he's going back home, right? He's on his way back to the crib, right? He went there to get what he wanted, right? So he got his rib back. Come on.
And when they were by Jebus, the day was far spent. And the servant said unto his master,
right,
Come, I pray thee, and let us turn into this city of the Jebusites, and lodge in it.
Right.
And his master said unto him, We will not turn aside hither into the city of a stranger.
Come on.
This is not the children of Israel.
Come on.
We will pass over to Gabay.
Right. So he said, look, we ain't gonna lodge here. We're gonna lodge anywhere. We're gonna lodge where our people at. Lodge where our people at, right? Come on.
And he said unto his servant, Come and let us draw near to one of these places to lodge all night,
right,
in Gabay or in Ramah. And they passed on and went their way. And the sun went down upon them when they were by Gabay, which belongeth to Benjamin.
Come on.
And they turned aside thither to go in to lodge in Gabay. And when he went in, he set him down in the street of the city. For there was no man that took them into his house to lodge him.
Come on.
And behold, there came an old man from his work out of the field at evening, which was also of Mount Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gabay. But the men of the place were Benjamites.
Come on.
And when he had lifted up his eyes, he saw a wayfaring man in the streets of the city. And the old man said, Whither goest thou? And whence comest thou? And he said unto him, We are passing from Bethlehem, Judah, toward the side of Mount Ephraim. From thence am I. And I went to Bethlehem, Judah, but I am now going to the house of the Most High. And there is no man that receiveth me to house.
Right. So he let him know, like, look, I'm trying to make my way through the city, right? He's saying, ain't nobody receiving me in their house. And this is old man, he coming from work and he see him, right? And he know he ain't from their town because he wouldn't just be out there just sleeping, right? Come on.
Yet there is both straw and provender for our asses, and there is bread and wine also for me, and for thy handmaid, and for the young man which is with thy servants. There is no want of anything. And the old man said, Peace be with thee.
Come on.
Howsoever let all thy wants lie upon me, only lodge not in the streets.
Come on.
So he brought him into his house.
So now this old man has brought the man, the servant, the rib, and the asses to his crib, right? He said, anything that you want, I got you. You keep what you got. Just come out. I don't want to just see you laying in the streets. Just come to my crib and I got you. Come on.
And gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet,
right,
and did eat and drink. Now as they were making their hearts merry,
right,
behold,
so they were doing what?
As they were making their hearts merry.
So now you see these men, they drinking, right? So now they drinking, right? We just talked about in Genesis chapter 19, be careful who you drink with, right? So look, now these men drinking, right? Come on.
Behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial,
Right.
beset the house round about.
Right. So now you see all these men. These men sitting here getting drunk, right? Who are making their heart. I ain't gonna say getting drunk. It says making their heart merry, right? They sitting here drinking, and all the men of the city, right? They go up to the old man's house. Come on.
Beset the house round about,
Right.
and beat at the door.
So now they knocking at the door. These men, right, knocking at the door. Come on.
And spake to the master of the house,
Right.
the old man,
Right.
saying,
Uh-huh.
bring forth the man that came into thine house,
Right.
that we may know him.
That we what?
That we may know him.
They like, look, bring the man who just went into your crib. Bring him out that we may know him, right? These men has homosexual tendencies, right? They wanted to know this man, right? Come on.
And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them,
Right.
and said unto them, nay, my brethren,
Right.
nay.
So look, now you see this old man, he going out on the front porch. He said, nah, we can't do that, right? Come on.
I pray you,
Right.
do not so wickedly,
Do what?
do not so wickedly,
Right.
seeing that this man is come into mine house.
Right.
Do not this folly.
Come on.
Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine.
He said, look, take my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine, right? He tried to give these men, these three women, right? He said, look, take these women. Instead of laying down with this man, take these women, right?
Trying to give them righteousness instead of wickedness.
Instead of wickedness, right? So to speak, he's trying to give them righteousness, right? Instead of wickedness. Come on.
Them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man, do not so vile a thing.
Come on.
But the men would not hearken to him.
They were what?
They would not hearken
They
to
said,
him.
nah, we don't want them. We want him, right?
So the man took his concubine.
But then it let you see like what kind of mindset the old man had. It just like instead of him going out there and be like, nah, that ain't happening. Him and the man going out there like, nah, that ain't happening. We ain't none of that's finna happen. I ain't finna give you my daughter, his concubine, or none of that. That'd have been like our mindset now. Like, nah, ain't none of this going down. But he just like, look, nah, take these women, right? Come on.
So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her,
And they what?
abused her.
Come on, they did what?
And abused her.
Come on. How long?
All the night until the morning.
Come on.
And when the day began to spring, they let her go.
So look, they had this woman, right? They abused this woman all night long, right? Until the morning, and then they let her go. Ain't no way in hell I'm finna send my woman out there so these men can lie with my woman to try to save my own butt. It's like, nah, and then it's like it's two men. It's two men. It's crazy.
That is.
So it's like, look, women, be not deceived. You don't know who you marrying. You don't know who you marrying. You could be straight married to a coward. And men, be not deceived. Like, don't let everybody into your household. You don't know who house. You don't know who you letting into your house, or who house you going to. He look like he a man, but the whole time he's a coward. Both these men cowards for real. Come on.
Then came the woman in the dawning of the day, and fell down at the door of the man's house where her Lord was, till it was light.
So look, now the woman, she go back to the house, right? And then she at the doorstep where her Lord was, right? Where her husband was at. Come on.
And her Lord rose up in the morning,
Right?
and opened the doors of the house,
Right.
and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house.
Right.
And her hands were upon the threshold.
Right. So she up against the threshold of the house like this, right? Come on.
And he said unto her, up, and let us be going.
Right.
But none answered.
So look, he telling his woman, like, look, get up so we can burn out, right? And like, look, she didn't even answer. So at this time, you know she dead, right? If she ain't answer, he telling you to get up. And then it's like he ain't even, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like the first question, he didn't say, oh, you okay? Or, you know, like what happened, this and the third. None of that. He was just like, hey, get up. He said something like a pimp. Basically, he's like, hey, look, get up. and she ain't say nothing. So now you know she dead. Come on.
But none answered. Then the man took her up upon an ass,
Right.
and the man rose up and gat him unto his place.
Right.
And when he was come into his house,
So now he going to the crib, right? Come on.
he took a knife,
Right.
and laid hold on his concubine,
Right.
and divided her,
Right.
together with her bones,
Come on.
into 12 pieces.
How many pieces?
Into 12
Now
pieces.
look, now he goes to the crib, right? So now he cut his wife up, his concubine, cut her up. He cut her up into 12 pieces. Come on.
And sent her into all the coasts of Israel.
So now she cut up into 12 pieces and sent into the coast of Israel. So it's like each tribe got a piece of this woman. Come on.
And it was so that all that saw it said, there was no such deed done nor seen from the day that the children of Israel came up out of the land of Egypt unto this day.
Right.
Consider of it.
Come on. Do
Take
what?
advice.
Do what?
And speak your mind.
So look, it's like, look, everybody just like speak your mind. Like, what was going on in these men's heads?
Right.
What was going on in his head? It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, that's psychotic.
Psychotic, bro. Psychological locks. Come on. Judges chapter 20. Come on.
Verse 1.
Come on.
Then all the children of Israel went out, and the congregation was gathered together as one man, from Dan even to Beersheba, with the land of Gilead, unto the Lord of Mizpah.
Mizpah, yeah. Mizpah, yeah. Mizpah,
And the chief of all the people,
right?
even of all the tribes of Israel.
So now you got the leaders, right? So now it said the chief of all the people. It's like now you got the leaders, right? Come on.
Presented themselves in the assembly of the people of Yahweh.
Come on.
400,000 footmen that drew swords.
Right.
Now the children of Benjamin heard that the children of Israel was gone up to Mizpah.
Right.
Then said the children of Israel, tell us, how was this wickedness?
So now they like, look, tell us what happened, right? Tell us, how did this come about? Tell us what happened, right? Come on. What did he say?
And the Levites.
So we know who the Levite is, right? The man who, was married to the concubine, right? Pete, what did he say?
The husband of the woman that was slain,
Right.
answered and said, I came into Geba,
Right.
that belongeth to Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
I and my concubine to lie.
Right. So he telling the truth, right? Come on.
And the men of Geba rose against me.
They did what?
Rose against me, and beset the house round about upon me by night.
So look, that's what actually happened, right? These men was actually outside of the house, right? Come on.
And thought to have slain me.
Thought to have what?
Slain me.
That's a lie, right? They didn't want to kill him. What did they want to do?
They wanted to know him.
They wanted to know him, right? They wanted to know him. So now he's deceiving the people. Be not deceived, right? It's always two sides of a story. Don't hold on to one side. So now you only get one. You can't get her side because she dead, right? So it's two sides of the story. Now he get to tell his side. So
And
this is his side, and now he's deceiving the people. He told them, like, nah, they was coming to kill me. Like, nah, bro, they was coming to know you. That's what they came there for. Come on.
And my concubine have they forced.
And they what?
Have they forced.
It's like, nah, they didn't force. Y'all threw her out there. Come on.
That she is dead.
Come on.
And I took my concubine.
Right.
And cut her in pieces.
So now he's telling the truth. Okay. He did cut her into pieces. We did see that, boy. Or did read that, boy. Come on.
And sent her throughout all the country of the inheritance of Israel.
Right.
For they have committed lewdness and folly in Israel.
Come on.
Behold,
Come on.
ye are all children of Israel.
Right.
Give here your advice
He said,
and counsel.
He said, look, all this happened. Now what y'all gonna do? Give me advice. What y'all gonna do? It's like, look, what you mean what we gonna do? This happened to you, right? But he went to Israel and he said, look, all this happened, even though he lied to these people, he deceiving these people, right? He's straight deceiving Israel. Instead of telling them that these men tried to lie with him, he straight said they tried to kill him. And then they forced his wife or whatnot, but he asked him and the old man actually threw the rib out there. Come on.
And all the people rose as one man, saying, we will not any of us go to his tent, neither will we any of us turn unto his house.
Come on.
But now this shall be the thing which we will do to Gabah. We will go up by lot against it.
Right. So now they ready for war, right? Come on. They ready for war.
And we will take 10 men of 100 throughout all the tribes of Israel.
Right.
And 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 out of 10,000 to fetch victuals for the people, that they may do when they come to Gibeah of Benjamin, according to all the folly that they have wrought in Israel.
Come on.
So all the men of Israel was gathered against the city, knit together as one man.
Come on. So look, all these, it said, look, they all knit together as one man, right? They look like a straight army, right? They ready for war. All off a lie. They straight going to war off a lie that he just told these people. So it's like, look, don't be deceived. You can straight be going to war off somebody else's lie. Right? You can get caught in the midst of something thinking you straight. What he said, you know what, that's what it is, bro. Let's get it. The whole time he done lied to me. Now I'm going to go fight this man for no reason. Because he done sat here and lied. He done deceived me.
You see that in movies today, like war movies. Like you got the soldiers that'll be going to war and fighting hard, and then at the end, the truth will be revealed what they're going to war for, and they'll be pissed.
Yeah, be mad as you like, oh,
you know what I'm saying?
So look, don't be deceived.
Yeah.
And they the elders, they supposed to like, where your servant at? Let me hear his side of the story.
Right.
It's all right, look, I heard you say this, Levite. Nah, where your servant? Let me hear what he got to say. Ain't that what Daniel did? You know what I'm saying? They were saying that she was trying to lust after them, this and third, committed adultery. He said, look, separate them.
Right.
He said, look, what kind of tree was it about? He said this tree. Then he said that tree. He said, look, you just lied today. You gonna die by the sword. He's like, look, they ain't try to get the second one. Hey, look, give you the second chance. Hey, look, what's up? He lied. Now you gonna die by the sword. And then this woman got delivered.
But you know, when they realized that this was
just paraphrasing, fam. Just paraphrasing.
This is a woman, right, that got cut up, that they did this to a woman. You know how we is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had a spirit upon us to be the knight in shining armor, or captain. You know. Right. And so that's what the blood flows when we. What this happened to a woman? You know what I'm saying? So our logic and our thinking, you know what I'm saying, goes to the left. We get enraged. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Especially when it happens to a woman. You was like, oh no. You know. And it's like for this to be his concubine, you know, his wife or his woman, just like, bro, he showed no kind of remorse for it.
Yeah, he weak as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Show no kind of remorse to where it makes you think like, was he kind of mad because she played the harlot? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, look, since she played the harlot, that's his judgment for her. Because remember, ain't no king in Israel.
Right.
Ain't no king in Israel. When you got a king in Israel, they gonna tell you right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is that, this is this. They started off saying, look, ain't no king in Israel. So now everybody's just doing what the hell they want to do.
Verse 12. And the tribes of Israel sent men throughout all the tribes of Benjamin, saying, what wickedness is this that is done among you? Now therefore deliver us the men, the children of Belial, which are in Gabah, that we may put them to death, and put away evil from Israel. But the children of Benjamin would not hearken to the voice of their brethren, the children of Israel. But the children of Benjamin gathered themselves together out of the cities unto Gabah, to go out to battle against the children of Israel. Come on. And the children of Benjamin were numbered at this time out of the cities 26,000 men that drew swords, besides the inhabitants of Gabah, which were numbered 700 chosen men. Yeah. Among all this people that were 700 chosen men left-handed, everyone could sling stones at an hair breadth and not miss.
Man, look, these straight some soldiers. straight warriors. It's like, look, these men will not miss at all. So look, they straight lined up some straight soldiers. It wasn't just no look. We just want to just get some people. You want to go fight? Come on, let's go fight. They already knew your pedigree. They knew everything. Look, they straight got what you call them, head busters, shooters. Come on.
And the men of Israel, besides Benjamin, were numbered 400,000 men that drew swords. All these were men of war. And the children of Israel arose and went up to the house of Yahweh and asked counsel of Yah.
Come on.
And said, which of us shall go up first to battle against the children of Benjamin? And the Most High said, Judah shall go up first.
Who should go up first?
Judah shall go up first.
He said, look, send Judah first, right? Come on. And look, notice, look, they went and straight got counsel from the Most High, and he's answering them back. Come on.
And the children of Israel arose up in the morning and encamped against Geba. The men of Israel went out to battle against Benjamin. And the men of Israel put themselves in array to fight against them at Geba. And the children of Benjamin came forth out of Geba and destroyed down to the ground of the Israelites that day 22,000 men. And the people, the men of Israel, encouraged themselves and set their battle again in array in the place where they put themselves in array the first day. And the children of Israel went up and wept before the Most High until evening, and asked counsel of the Most High, saying, shall I go up to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother? And the Most High said, go up against him. Woo. And the children of Israel came near against the children of Benjamin the second day. And Benjamin went forth against them out of Geba the second day, and destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel again 18,000 men. All these drew the sword.
So look, it's a straight civil war, straight amongst your brethren, straight going on. Straight going down. Just think it's a straight war.
Brothers been fighting back in the day.
I get look, they been at war. But look, just tripping off how it all happened though, because based off what he done, you know what I'm saying? Just like he straight cut up his rib, lied to them about saying that they tried to come kill him the whole time. They like, well, shit, I look, they did this and that. Let's go to war. You know how it is in the streets. It's just like somebody come, nigga slap my mama or whatnot, and I'm like, look, bro. Nigga around the corner just slapped my mama. The whole neighborhood, like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole block go around the corner.
Got 30 people at the top of the corner.
Right. Just go fight the Arab at the corner store, just slap my mama. Right. You know what I'm saying? But these men were straight deceived off him. Straight going to war based off what he just deceived these people.
Right.
Yeah, he slapped your mama in front of you, though. That's the thing.
Right.
You know, in front of you, you know, we have to have courage. Whereas with like what you were saying earlier, this man, you know, put his wife, his rib, his concubine out. You know, me and the servant, we gotta kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to hide behind a door and have y'all way with my woman, and just because she did play the whore, you know what I'm saying? No, I went all this way, this trouble to come get her back.
Get her back.
And
right.
Now, you know, I gotta hide behind a door just because some of y'all wanna, you know, get some to know me.
Right.
Well, me and my servant, you know, so y'all gonna know some dead me then, because me and my servant about to die right here, right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But then it's like and notice it was 3 men, because it's
right.
It's him, the old man, the servant, and the Levite. It's like, look, if the men is out there, go to war with them.
Right.
Now you gotta go and tell Israel, like, look, yeah, I sent all her body parts to all 12 of y'all. So what y'all gonna do? Mm-hmm. Now he ready to go to war. You know what I'm saying? Now they straight going to war. Great. But just for time's sake, bro, we're gonna jump. Whenever y'all get a chance, family, just for time's sake, just read this whole chapter. We're gonna jump over chapter 21. No, we're gonna take it down. We're gonna start on verse 16.
Chapter 21, verse 16. Then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for wives? for them that remain, seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin.
Come on.
And they said, there must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin, that the tribe be not destroyed out of Israel. Howbeit, we may not give them wives of our daughters,
Right.
for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, cursed be he that giveth a wife to Benjamin.
Come on.
Then they said, behold, there is a feast of the Most High in Shiloh, yearly in a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth up from Bethel to Shechem, and on the south of Lebanon. Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, go and lie and wait in the vineyards, and see, and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance in dances,
Right.
then come ye out of the vineyards, and catch you every man his wife
Right.
of the daughters of Shiloh, and go to the land of Benjamin.
He said, look, now they want us some ribs, right? He said, look, you want some ribs? You got to catch them when they come out to dance, right? It's a feast coming up. So, you know, we got like what, Passover, right? The women,
Right.
they praise dance, right? So it's like, just put it like in that kind of mindset, just like, okay, look, it's a feast of these women are praise dancing. If you want one of these women, when they come out to praise dance, to praise their God, then you take these women. Come on.
Verse 22, and it shall be, when their fathers or their brethren come unto us to complain,
Right.
that we will say to them, be favorable unto them for our sakes, because we reserve not to each man his wife in the war. For ye did not give unto them at this time that ye should be guilty.
Come on.
And the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives according to their number of them that danced,
Come on.
whom they caught. And they went and returned into their inheritance, and repaired the cities, and dwelt in them.
Come on.
And the children of Israel departed thence at that time, every man to his tribe and to his family. And they went out from thence every man to his inheritance.
Come on.
In those days,
In what?
In those days,
Come on.
there was no king
There was
in
what?
Israel. There was no king in Israel.
Come on.
Every man
Come on.
did that which was right in his own eyes.
So look, it let you know, like, look, anytime you do something that is right in your own eyes, because you feel that you don't have a king. So if you see any men that's preaching the word of God or whatnot, or that's deceiving people or doing what's right in their own eyes, you have to keep in mind that in their head, they don't have a king. Christ is not their king. They just doing what they want to do.
Ooh.
Do what thou wilt.
Do what thou wilt.
Doctrine of death.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna go to Exodus chapter 7, family. Can y'all put some nines in here if everybody gets some understanding? Y'all get some understanding?
Yeah. Y'all.
Just want to make sure we're on the same cool. No, we're gonna start in verse 8. Yeah, we're going to Exodus chapter 7. We're gonna start in verse 8.
Exodus chapter 7, verse 8.
So look, keep in mind, family, be not deceived. Remember, we're in the last days, man.
Right.
We actually in the last hour, for real.
Right.
So it's gonna be many signs and many wonders that's gonna be manifested through people. But don't forget also that Satan can do the exact same thing.
Ooh.
He can do miracles also, but he can't resurrect people.
Right.
Verse 8. And the Most High spake unto Moshe and to Aaron,
Right.
saying,
So now remember, they down in Egypt, right? So the Most High is speaking to Moses, right? Come on.
when Pharaoh shall speak unto you,
Right.
saying, shew a miracle for you,
Uh-huh.
then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod
Right.
and cast it before Pharaoh,
Right.
and it shall become a serpent.
So he said, look, when you go in front of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh asking for what? A miracle, right? He says he's asking for a miracle. He said, look, tell your brother to take that staff, right, and throw it down. It's gonna turn into a serpent. Come on.
And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh.
Right.
They did so as the Most High had commanded.
Come on. So look, that they keeping the commandment, right? If you look at it for what it is, this is not just the 10 commandments, right? It's just not just Torah law. He says, look, go do what I tell you to do, right? If I tell you to kick the ball down King's Highway there and back, you better do it, right? That's the whole duty of man. Fear God, keep his commandments, right? He said, look, his commandments, and he commanded them to go in front of Pharaoh, right? So look, remember, Pharaoh is over Egypt, right? So why is it that when the Most High tell you to tell certain men or certain sisters or certain brothers or your mama or your daddy certain things, why is it that you stop and you don't want to go and do it? But these men went to Pharaoh, who's over Egypt. Over Egypt.
Yeah.
All right.
They trusted in the Most High.
They trusted in the Most High. Like we get afraid. We like, I ain't gonna say that. That's my mama.
Yeah.
Maybe the Lord, maybe he ain't talking about my mama. Maybe he talking about your mama. I do call your mama mama. That's probably who he talking about. Not my mama. Like, nah, I'm talking about your mama.
I'm with your mama.
All right.
Did Jonah break a commandment, or did he break a command? Did he not do what Yahweh said, or did he break a commandment?
Right.
He didn't listen.
He didn't listen. Straight up.
He got punished, right?
Come on, bro.
And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent.
And be what?
And it became a serpent.
Come on.
Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers.
Right.
Now the magicians of Egypt, they also did like manner with their enchantment.
Come on.
For they cast down every man his rod.
Come on.
And they became serpents.
Come on.
But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rod.
So look, now you see Pharaoh like, all right, look, if you think there's something, hey, look, get my magicians, get my sorcerers, tell everybody come in here, right? Moses think he done just did something. It's like, all right, look, throw y'all rods down. So now they rods get thrown down and they turn to snakes. He said, anything you can do, I can do better, right? That's his mindset, right? Come on.
Verse 13. And he hardened Pharaoh's heart, that he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High has said.
Come on.
The Most High said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened.
Right.
He refused to let the people go.
He said, look, he said, Pharaoh's heart is hardened, right? He's seeing certain signs and he still won't let the people go. Still won't let them go. We're going to go to jump down to verse 20.
Verse 20. And Moses and Aaron did so as the Most High commanded. And he lifted up the rod and smote the water that were in the river.
Hold on, we're going to jump, my fault. We're going to 19, start 19.
Verse 19. The Most High spake unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, say unto Aaron, take thy rod and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds,
right,
and upon all their pools of water.
So look, now the Most High talking to Moses, right? He said, look, everywhere that there's water in Egypt, right, take your hand and hold it over the waters, right? Everywhere that there's water, he said, the pond, the rivers, the pools of water. That's just like a puddle of water. That's a pool of water. He said, look, wherever it's water at, you take your hand and hover it over the water, right? Come on.
That they may become blood.
That they what?
That they may become blood.
So look, here's another sign or a miracle, right? He said, look, so that water can turn into blood. Come on.
And that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt.
Come on.
Both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone.
Come on.
And Moses and Aaron did so, as the Lord commanded. And he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river in the sight of Pharaoh, and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood.
Come on.
And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank. And the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt.
Come on.
And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments. And Pharaoh's heart was hard.
So look, they did the exact same thing that Moses did. They did also, right? It said they did so with their enchantments. Come on. And it said, my fault. It says, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened. The reason why his heart gets hardened because he's seeing like, look, anything you can do, I can do it. If you think that's a miracle, you think I'm gonna let them go because you just turned this water into blood. Guess what? My magicians can do it too. So now his heart is getting harder. Come on.
Neither did he hearken unto them, as the Most High had said. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house. Neither did he set his heart to this also. And all the Egyptians digged round about the river of water to drink, but they could not drink of the water of the river. And 7 days were fulfilled after that. The Most High had smitten the river.
Come on, we're gonna go to the next chapter. 1 through 7.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, Go unto Pharaoh and say unto him, Thus saith the Most High, Let my people go, that they may serve me.
Come on.
And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all the borders with frogs.
Come on.
And the rivers shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bed chambers, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thy kneading trough.
Right. So look, it's like he's straight calling down a plague, right? Of frogs.
Frogs everywhere.
Frogs everywhere, taking over Egypt, right? Straight taking over Egypt. And then since we talking about frogs, another thing, family, it's a frog. It's a straight frog, bro. I was straight. I'm into like nature videos or whatnot, but man, it's a frog. No bull crap. What it does, okay, like with us, we believe Christ died, right, and resurrected, right? So we actually believe that he died and resurrected, right? And some people like, so you telling me that somebody died and resurrected, right? So look, it's a frog. When everybody get a chance, like once we log off or whatnot, look up a frog. It's this frog. It's straight. At nighttime, bro, it freezes itself, right? At nighttime, the whole shell turns into ice. The heart straight stop beating for 12 hours. Straight stop beating for 12 hours. And then the next day, it unthaws. The frog unthaws, and then the heart beats back up. The reason why it freezes at night, so it won't get eaten by the predator. So what it does, it gets on a leaf and it holds on into the leaf or whatnot. And then at night, when the temperature drops, it drops, and then the frog turns into like a straight ice, like an ice cube, bro. Straight turns to an ice cube. You would never know it was a frog. It straight turns into an ice cube. The heart stops and everything. It straight stopped beating. Then the next day, the sun comes out and it melts the ice. And as soon as the ice melts or whatnot, then the heart gives it first pump and it comes back to life. Just letting you know, like even in nature, it shows it's like a straight frog straight and died and came back to life every night. Science throughout nature. It's crazy. But yeah, come on, bro.
Verse 4. And the frog shall come up both on thee and upon thy people, and upon all thy servants. And the Most High spake unto Moses, Say unto Aaron, Stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt.
Come on.
And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt.
Right.
The magicians did so with their enchantments,
right,
and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt.
All right, so look, we're going to jump down to verse 16. So notice everything that the Most High kept having Moses do, Pharaoh kept having his people do, right? So every time he had them do something, he'd go right behind like, look, you think there's something I'm having my people do the exact same thing. Come on.
Verse 16. And the Most High said unto Moses, Say unto Aaron, Stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so. For Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt.
All right.
And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not.
Did they what?
But they could not.
Come on.
So, excuse me. So there were lights upon man and upon beast.
So can you imagine somebody taking a rod and like the dust that's on the ground, and they just take the rod and just hit the dust, and then everything just turned to lights, right? So all the miracles that Moses and Aaron was doing, Pharaoh kept having his people do it, right? So now this time, the Most High like, look, I'm gonna have you do something else, right? He hit it, boom, turned to light. They try to do it, it's like couldn't even do it, right? They say, look, the magicians could not do this. So just like the Antichrist, you know what I'm saying? He could do all the miracles that the children of Israel can do, except resurrect. Come on.
Verse 19. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of Yahweh.
What did they say?
This is the finger of Yahweh.
They said, look, now the magicians, they like, nah, Pharaoh, this is the finger of God. This is the finger of God. We can't mock this one. Come on.
And Pharaoh's heart was hardened.
Come on.
And he hearkened not unto them as the Lord had said.
Come on. We're gonna jump over to chapter 9 real quick. We're gonna do 22 through 26.
Exodus chapter 9, verse 22. Yahweh said unto Moshe, stretch forth thy hand towards heaven,
Right.
that there may be hail in all the land of Mizraim, upon man, and upon beasts, and upon every herb of the field, throughout the land of Mizraim.
Come on.
And Moshe stretched forth his rod towards heaven. The Most High sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground.
Come on.
And the Most High rained hail upon the land of Mizraim. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Mizraim since it became a nation.
Come on.
And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and brake every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen.
In the land of what?
Only in the land of Goshen.
What?
Oh, only in the land of Goshen.
Come on.
Where the children of Israel were, was there no hail.
Oh, praise. Now I'm just showing y'all, family, like, look, we serve a mighty God.
Right.
He protects us.
Right.
He protects us. Even through all these signs that the Pharaoh them was doing or whatnot, the children of Israel could have easily been deceived and be like, nah, you know what? Pharaoh doing the exact same thing. I'm gonna stay here. But when the Most High came and actually showed that last sign or whatnot, when the death angel came through, they left.
And the reason why the death angel passed over them is because they did what the Most
High told them to
do.
do. Straight up. They hearken. All right, we're gonna go to Revelation chapter 12. We're gonna go to Revelation chapter 12, family. We're gonna do 7 through 10.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. I know you off of that. Okay. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not.
And what?
And prevailed not.
Come on.
Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, Satan.
Called the who?
And Satan. Called the devil and Satan.
Come on.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Now some of the word.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Come on.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
And his what?
And his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our Elohim and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accursed For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our Elohim day and night.
So look, fella, I want to go here to show y'all, like, look, even in heaven, right? We got people being deceived, right? But we got the angels being deceived because he said he was going to sit his throne above God's throne.
Right.
He straight deceived them to even come out and follow him.
Yeah, like in Judges.
Just like in Judges.
Same thing. The
It's
brethren going against each other.
going against each other. Straight up. And then like Satan is in the midst of everything. Anytime there's wickedness, Satan is always in the midst of something. Straight up.
They fighting up in heaven.
They fight up in heaven like we go down here.
Yeah.
But look how powerful deceit is. It's what I'm trying to show. Like, look how powerful deceit is for him to straight get a third of the angels to be cast out with him. Like how, like, the Father created y'all. Y'all just served him all, since creation. Y'all just been serving him, and he tell y'all to look, nah, we ain't gonna serve him no more.
Yeah, deceit is powerful.
Deceit is very powerful, man. It's like we look past deceit. What they call it? They call it double troubles. It's like lying and deceit. They call those the double troubles. Death came back to see. And we're gonna go to 2 Thessalonians, family. We're going chapter 2. We're gonna do 9 through 11. No, chapter 2. We're just gonna do 9 through 11.
It's 27.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
This one of the verses.
Remember, in the last days, family, people gonna be doing the miracles of God. We're gonna be actually doing the miracles of God. Now, it's this video I want to show y'all, man. It's this dude, but it goes to show you, like, it was all planned, because he was saying he was actually, like, delivering these people from, like, different demons that they was plagued with, right? So he recording it, right? He recording the video that he casting out these spirits out of these people, and a dude fall. Dude ended up falling while he, supposed to be casting out the. So he picked him up. He said, "You okay?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, look, we got to start over." So we got to start over. What you mean, y'all got to start over? He fell and he picked him up. He said, "You cool?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, look, we got to start over. I got to re-record this." It's like, wow. So you ain't really casting out no devils.
All right, bro. That's what I look, man. By growing up and watching those videos and stuff like that, seeing that, you'll think to yourself, man, this ain't real, man.
Right.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, look, man, I'm looking dead in your eyes. You be thinking that though, right? This ain't real. You know what I'm saying? This ain't real, man. It's fake. And then even if you see it by yourself, you still questioning it, right? Until you witness something that you cannot question. Because real talk, man. Because you speak about casting out devils. Real talk. There was nobody by the lights, flickering the lights on and off, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Behind the curtain or something, you know what I'm saying? There was nobody, bro, flicking the lights on and off. You know what I'm saying? Like the Wizard of Oz type deal. You know? Bro, the lights started flickering, man. And the lights was running just like this right here. Talking about the lights running just like here. But when he said, I command you, loose yourself. I command you to come out, my brother. And I started seeing, you know what I'm saying, the demon in his eyes, which I already was seeing, but I'm telling this demon, I ain't scared of you. You know, and then the YAH'KI, our brother, just saying, loose yourself. I command you to come out. And the lights start flickering. That's when I was like, oh, this for real.
Right. Yeah. This is real. This is it right here. Yeah, this is
hey, but nobody was flickering the lights though, bro. Right. Nobody was, hey, look, Judah Moshe wasn't back there, and it was like, no, we got to start over, y'all. We got to, because I got to record this. You know what I'm saying? No, Judah Moshe was singing songs. You know what I'm saying, with the Hebrew words to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
All praise, man.
Right.
Big J was getting flopped up and down.
Right. I said, I got my size was lifting Big J up just. Like, whoa.
So, but again, we could be deceived too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you're saying?
You could be deceived.
Now we understand, you know, the scriptures say man's heart faileth them for fear.
Right.
Because when that realm is revealed,
Right.
We know the truth now.
Right.
And it's gonna be scary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got the opportunity to get it right now.
Straight up.
Because once that spirit realm is revealed, bro, it's too late.
Right.
You're gonna be stuttering at judgment day. But I thought the Bible was fake.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell Lazarus and you know what I'm saying, the buzzer. He got your people.
Right.
The law
All right. They got the Bible.
You know what I'm saying? We had the Bible here this whole time.
Straight up. And then it's like, it ain't no coinkydink that we in this hour, right? So it's like, we in this hour, you see brother casting out spirits. So it's like, now it has to be, this is the time for that. And then it's like Satan gonna be having his little dominions doing the exact same thing.
Right.
So that's why I say, look, be not deceived. Be not deceived. Satan gonna have his little minions doing the exact same thing.
And there's gonna be brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, to like say, you know, they over there, they casting out devils because they devils themselves and
right,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's where it falls into, you know, what you were saying too about having a rib, you know, study up under you, this, that, and the third. Well, that falls into studying to show thyself to be show thyself to be approved. You know what I'm saying? Because in that moment, in that hour in time, you know, and you're gonna have a spirit of discernment. We need to start building the spirit of discernment to be like, you know, and like how we come around each other. So you have that spirit of discernment, you know what I'm saying? This, you know, there's something going on with this book.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying, this is the power.
Right.
You know, and whatnot. But go ahead, bro. My bad.
Now, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, we're gonna start in verse 7.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Come on.
Only he who knows let it will let, until he be taken out of the way.
Come on.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Come on.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
After the working of who?
After the working of Satan.
So look, it says, look, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, right? So this is Satan at work, right? Come on.
With all power.
With all what?
With all power.
Come on.
And signs.
And what?
And signs.
And signs. Come on.
And lying wonders.
And lying wonders, right? So when they was down in Egypt, right? Just look at Pharaoh being Satan, right? Down in Egypt. He got his fallen angels, what? Doing his work, right? So now the fallen angels are the ones doing all the miracles, right? They getting the order from Satan. Come on.
And with all deceivableness.
With what?
With all deceivableness.
Look, be not deceived, right? Come on.
Of unrighteousness.
Come on.
In them that perish.
Come on.
Because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Come on.
And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion.
Shall do what?
Shall send them strong delusion.
Come on.
That they should believe a lie.
Believe a what?
That they should believe a lie.
It said, look, the Most High will straight turn you over to a reprobate mind, to where you straight believe a lie. Like you actually believe a lie. That's scary, man.
Very scary, bro.
Like, be not deceived. Like, look, be humble, man.
Right.
Like, straight be humble. Love each other how you supposed to. Fear God, keep the commandments.
Right.
Come on, verse 12.
Verse 12. That they all might be damned
Come
who
on.
believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
I got a piece of
Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah 66:4. They say, I also will choose their delusions it will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not. So it's just showing, you know, that's a precept. If you choose to go against the Most High, he'll deceive you. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep doing evil, all right, go ahead and have at it. You know what I'm saying? And that goes along with these Satan worshipers. They be thinking that they ready to die. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, you know, celebrate death. That's deception at itself. You know what I'm saying? We ready to burn forever. We'll say ain't nobody ever been in the lake of fire. That's deception. Straight
deception, bro. Like laying backing off what brother said. Like, man, I had went to work the other day on Sunday, and I went to write my name on my patient board or whatnot. I'm like, what's up with bro? I'm Will, this and the third. He said, yeah, man, I'm going to hell. I said, what? At first, I figured let it roll. I'm like, man, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, bro, I'm going to hell. You know, I'm going down there with Satan. Me and Satan, we going to kick it. I said, oh, okay. So I ended up leaving the room. I'm like, this nigga tripping. So I left the room, and some said, go back. So I'm like, you know, so I go back in there, and I'm listening to him. He started talking to him. He said, yeah, man, you know, I'm going down there. Maybe I can run Satan up out of there, this and the third. I said, man, you ain't about that life. He said, I said, you ain't about that life.
Right.
He said, what do you mean? I said, just what I said. I said, you ain't about that life. I said, ain't nobody trying to go there.
Right.
And I got to just talk, and you could tell it convicted him. And he stopped, and he was just like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I said, no, you ain't trying to burn forever. I said, you sitting here playing. I'm like, every idle word, bro. I said, look, you might be judged for that. I said, every idle word. Bro, I left the room. 20 minutes later, I come back. He on the phone with his friend or whatnot. He said, here's the young black guy I was telling you. Here's the young guy I was telling you about. The dude get on the phone. He said, yeah, bro, I need to stop committing. Now he tell the man on the office phone, he said, look, yeah, man, well, he just told me, made me want to get my shit together. And then he tell his friend, said, look, you need to stop committing adultery. His friend get on the phone with me. He said, yeah, bro, Hetty told me that you talked to him this and the third. He said, yeah, man, I need to stop committing adultery. Man, I've been committing adultery for the last 3 years. I said, yeah, bro, you need to stop. I said, look, you need to show God you for him and not for the woman. Or when I said, yeah, after you got to talking to Hetty or whatnot, I heard whatever you said to him, because he called me, said, yeah, I need to stop. I wish it. All praises.
Hallelujah.
All praises.
Just a little bit of life.
Right, just a little bit of life. Just like, bro, you ain't about that life.
Right.
I'm scared of hot water.
Right.
You know, especially when it hit that back boy, that back area. Woo-hoo.
But grits is like, look, I'm scared of
Scripture, though, you know what I'm saying?
my eye itching.
Scripture say death and life are in
The power of the tongue. Yeah.
But this brother was just speaking death, and you just spoke a little bit of life.
Right.
And that carried on to another person who was, you know what I'm saying, doing the same thing and being led to death. We gotta always be watching what comes out of our mouth.
That's right.
That's right.
Right.
But I think that's it.
Let's say that's the one.
No, we just did
Yeah,
it.
we did.
Getting back. Well, 7 to the group.
But yeah, fam, that's no, we got Matthew chapter 24. And then this is Matthew 24.
Matthew 24.
Yeah.
Start at 8.
Yeah. Wherever what we talking about earlier.
Matthew 24, verse 8, starting at 8. No, I'm starting at 4. Matthew chapter 24, starting at actually 3.
Okay.
And he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
That what?
Take heed that no man deceive you. Woo. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So look, notice it said, look, many shall come on my name and shall deceive many. Remember, we read in what was it, Jeremiah earlier, that the prophets was prophesying in his name, and he never sent them. He said, look, many will come on my name and deceive many. He didn't say some, it said deceive many.
Right, and then just to add in real quick, people, this is the first thing that he warned the nation.
Right.
Showing you that in this hour, that's the biggest thing that's going on, is deception.
Deception, man.
And on what's the name of them? The evil bots on Transform, the Decepticon.
Decepticon. Yeah, straight Decepticon. Yeah, just tripped up there. It's like even with doctrine, man, just the people straight turning away from the faith, man, and just seeing it. You're just like, look, don't believe in different Shabbats. You know, just Christ ain't the Messiah. You seen so much going on, man. Just and then so many people get caught up into like consciousness or whatnot, to where they feel they miss everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like so many different kind of books. Like with me, bro, like look, my real I used to have books up under the driver's seat, like it was a straight pistol. I used to have books. I used to just read them. You know what I'm saying? And then like something just told me, like, man, something ain't right about these books. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, bruh, second witness, he sort of burning his books or whatnot. Just like, yeah, because like, bro, I was into the Kabbalah, something heavy. I was into the Kabbalah, something heavy, and all other kind of books, bro. Just shit. Just, I mean, the stuff just wasn't right. To where you get to seeing people straight in the Hebrew community. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, no, you know, Christ really didn't exist. The sun is the sun, and it's when Christ walked across the water, it was the sun rising, and that was the shadow of the sun hitting the water. That's the sun walking across the water.
That sound like vain philosophy.
I'm telling you.
It's like oh boy, what's that show that used to come on in Living Color?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
The black guy that was
in jail.
Jail.
It's like, hey, that I'm talking about, like towards like the Judas kiss. I'm just telling y'all, like, look, this is just doctrine. Just be careful. Just like the Judas kiss. They believe that the Judas kiss actually wasn't like Judas actually trading on the Messiah. They believe it was when the moon, like this is the sun. Mm-hmm. They believe that it was when the moon passes by the sun. So that's the Judas kiss. The moon is Judas passing the sun or whatnot, and that's the Judas kiss. This is just their doctrine, bro. Like the Messiah, he's the sun. The 12 tribes are just the zodiac signs.
Yeah, that sounds like
just
one of the doctrines. Just like this is a straight doctrine. Just saying, like, be careful. Yeah. Like straight, don't be deceived. Like I used to straight look at that, you know what I'm saying, look at them books and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, just be watching this and like, oh no, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll find Satan before you find the Messiah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be deceived.
Look, that's why, you know, the confusion and deception is in the same family. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know we living in Babylon. You know, Babel means to confuse.
Right.
How you got boys wearing purses, bags. That's confused. You being deceived. You know, men liking men. That's deception.
Deception, man. It's real.
That's why Messiah, you know, telling you be not deceived.
Yeah, don't be deceived, man. Like, don't be deceived. It's like I'm just saying as your brothers, like, hey, I used to straight be like never believed it. I used to just read it and just see the stuff, just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell are they talking about? But then it's like, if you saying it didn't make to where it's like you can find the holes in their doctrine, because it's just like, all right, if you saying that the 12 tribes or his disciples, right? It's the 12 disciples. If you saying that's the zodiac sign, right? Christ is the sun, right? Okay. You got Christ the Son, and then you got all these zodiac signs. Judas was one of the 12 disciples, right? But then you say that the moon is when he kissed them, when they crossed paths. So like, okay, how is Judas the moon and he's one of the zodiac signs? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So you can find little holes in the doctrine right there. But it's a teaching, and I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's real. It's like be not deceived. And I could admit before I was deceived before. You know what I'm saying? Like I had it, bro. And we'll get back to the topic. Like, but for real though, it's like, man, I was so stuck into that point of teaching to where, like, bro, I was asleep one time. No bull crap. I was straight sleep, and my whole dream was about Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 3, like in my dream. And then, like, inside of my dream, it was just like, ain't none of this real. All of it is just your mind. That's all it is. Ain't none of this real, just your mind. Bro, I straight jumped up out my room, straight ran to the kitchen, and just fell to my face and just prayed. Just like, Lord, do not turn me over to a reprobate mind. And just like out my sleep, it's like, no, I'm good. And so after that, it was just like, I'm cool. Right. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can bring it up and it's like, you know, you can say a little bit, but after that, it's like, bro, I was shook in my dreams and just jumped up and ran to the kitchen. Shirt still stuck to the bed sheets and just ran to the kitchen. Just like, hey, I'm cool. I'm good. I done seen too many people deny like the straight faith and just seeing how they just I'm cool. I'm good. Lay all that. I'm good. I'll stick to this.
Stick to the script. Yes. Stick to the script, bro. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, no. And that's why when Brad was saying he burned his books or whatnot, I'm like, I ain't burned my books. I still got them at the crib. I need to get rid of them. Yeah, I'm just throwing away. My real's like, nah, just burn them. You know, you gonna give them away, and somebody else gonna get them.
That's like giving pork.
It's like, oh yeah, you're right.
I can't eat this pork here. You have
right. You have it. Just like making excuses. It's like, yeah,
keep it. You know what I'm saying? He makes excuses to keep it.
Yeah, making excuses to keep it. That's like, look, it's the truth. Like I said, man, look, you'll find Satan before you find Christ. Messing with that stuff. But yeah, come on, bro.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass.
Right.
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdoms against kingdom. And there shall be famines.
Come on.
And pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
So, I mean, we see that what's going on right now, right? So Messiah didn't deceive us, right? He told us the truth, right? That's straight love. He tell you the truth up front. You know what I'm saying? He never held nothing back. He never deceived us or nothing. He just kept it real. So look, this is what the Father wants. Whatever the Father gave me or taught me, I'm teaching it to you. Come on.
And all these are the beginnings of sorrows.
Come on.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
Come on.
And shall kill you. And you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
But look, these are the people that are being deceived right here. Verse 24, they actually believe that they're doing the will of God, and they're actually killing people who actually believe in Christ and are doing everything in his name, right? These people are actually being deceived by Hashatan. They believe that everything that they're doing is right. They believe you wrong. They've been, like you said, deceived. Come on.
And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another.
Right.
And many false prophets shall rise.
Come on.
And shall deceive many.
Shall what?
And shall deceive many.
Come on.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Shall what?
Shall wax cold.
Come on. Don't let Satan enter into your mind and take the love of your brothers, love of your sisters, love of your ribs, love of your children away from you. It said that love will wax cold.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
All right, family. So we're gonna end it with 1 Corinthians chapter 13.
Check it out.
Isaiah 42. Let's see, it said, let me see what you Isaiah 42 and I know it. I gotta find it.
Okay.
It's in Isaiah. It's talking about how the Most High, how He called things. You know what I'm saying? Before they
It happened.
Before it
Yeah, I
happened.
believe it's
You know
like
what I'm saying?
Isaiah. Is it 45 or 42?
Yeah, he called things. He called things before they
Happened, right?
You know what I'm saying? So basically saying if you reading and studying anything outside this book, you being deceived.
Oh,
Because the Most High telling you everything that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? He sent His Son to show you the way to life and the truth on how to get to Him. And we gotta listen to Him. And the first thing He said was, "Be not deceived." So if you going outside of these other books trying to find salvation, and what you think is real, you being deceived.
like you must say, like with me, man, I was caught over into knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't looking for no salvation. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm just speaking for myself. Like I wasn't looking for salvation outside of this. You know what I'm saying? I was already convicted. That's like I've never read a book that just convicted me. Like I'm reading something on a piece of paper and it convicts me. You know what I'm saying? I was sold. It's like, look, this is it. That's the word of God. Like just reading this book right here and it convicts me. You know what I'm saying? Just like I couldn't tell you what a conscience looked like, but I felt it in my conscience. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I'm tripping. How does it know that I just did that? You know what I'm saying? Like all these other books are just sources. You know what I'm saying? Just like I just like the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just
information. You know what I'm saying? Just like I liked it, bro. Just what it was, but it wasn't right.
Yeah. What you talking about? Push is Isaiah 41 verse 21, starting at 21, right? You go ahead, read it.
It says, produce your cause, saith the Most High. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob. Let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former things, what they be, that we may consider them and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come. Show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods. Yeah, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed. And behold it together. Behold, ye are of nothing, and your work of naught, and abomination is that chooseth you. Woo! So he's saying, you know, he's telling you, bring forth your gods. If you believe something else, have them show you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The former things. You know what I'm saying? Or the thing that's gonna happen. You prophesy something. Let's see. We'll wait. We'll see if it's gonna happen. Do good or do evil. You know what I'm saying? If not, you abomination. If you believe that, you disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So again, be not deceived. You know what I'm saying?
I got a witness to that. It's Isaiah 46, what you was talking about. 46, starting at verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh, and there is none else.
That's right.
I am the Most High, and there is none like me.
That's right.
Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsels shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Yeah, Isaiah 34:16. Go ahead, Isaiah 34:16, and then we're gonna go back to this 1 Corinthians 13, then we're gonna close out.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out the books of the Most High and read.
Come on.
No one of these shall fail.
So look, none of these books that we're gonna read, right, from Genesis to Revelation will ever fail us, right? It says, seek you out of the book of the Lord, right? Come on.
None shall want her mate.
None shall what?
want her mate.
So look, I don't need all these other different kind of books to get me salvation or to really get me some understanding. It's like you know what I'm saying, speaking as a man, I had failed that mission before. That's why it's like, look, I was deceived before. Like I was, books for days, but what was it? And it led me right back to her. It's like, look, they keep quoting certain stuff. They just taking and none of it says fear God and keep the commandments. It's just giving me all this different kind of understanding. It's just like, oh, okay, that was cool. And then I couldn't even apply it to my own life because it's like deep down inside, I knew that was off. Right. You know what I'm saying? But come on.
For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
Come on. All right, so now we're gonna go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and then we're gonna end it with this family, then we're gonna get up out of here.
First Corinthians chapter 13.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Start at verse 1.
Verse 1.
We're gonna take one, we're gonna read the whole chapter, we're gonna get up out of here.
All right. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have no charity,
right,
I am become as a sounding brass,
right,
or a tinkling cymbal.
Right. So it's saying, look, you just making noise, right?
Right.
Come on.
And though I have the gift of prophecy,
right,
and understand all mysteries,
right,
and all knowledge,
right,
and though I have all faith,
get all what?
All faith,
right? Come on.
So that I could remove mountains, and have not charity,
have not what?
And have not charity, right, I am nothing.
So look, love is everything. Like, look, don't be deceived by that Christianity doctrine. When a lot of people like, oh man, all you do is talk about love, 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 love. That's how you talk about love. Like, look, that's the key. Love is the key. In order to heal people, you got to have love for people. All right, you got to love yourself. And you got to love others. Come on, that's compassion.
And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor.
Right, so I give all my goods to the poor, right? I give everything that I got to the poor. Come on.
And though I give my body to be burned,
right,
and have not charity.
Have not what?
And have not charity.
Right.
It profit me nothing.
So look, none of it means nothing if I ain't got love. Guess what? I could be doing that to be single men.
Right.
All right. So don't be deceived, man. Look, love is the key. Oh, that thought. Love is the key. Come on with it.
Charity suffered.
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
Charity suffered long.
Do what?
Charity suffered long.
That's long suffering, right? Come on, that's love. Charity is love, right? That's my daughter's name, Charity. Come on.
And it's kind.
And it's what?
And it's kind.
Come on.
Charity envieth not.
Look, charity, love don't envy nothing, right? It does not envy. So if you feel like you envying one another, that ain't love. Be not deceived. That's not love. That's hate. Love one another. Come on.
Charity vaunted not itself.
Right.
It's not puffed up.
Love is not puffed up. But men get puffed up. Like, be not deceived. Hey, look, love one another. Love is the key. Come on.
Does not behave itself unseemly.
Right.
Seeking not her own.
Right.
It is not easily provoked.
Easily what?
Provoked.
Come on. It ain't easy to get mad, right? You can't provoke it, right? True love ain't easily provoked. Come on.
Think it no evil.
What?
Think it no evil.
So if you got evil thoughts in your head about any sister, brother, whoever, that ain't true love. Don't be deceived. Don't think you love somebody when you got these kind of actions. That ain't love. Come on.
Rejoices not in iniquity.
Right, so they don't be happy or rejoicing in the sins that you've done. You know what I'm saying? Just like, how can I be happy that I strayed, bear false witness against you, or be happy that I used to be an adulterer? You know, happy that I, you know what I'm saying, or bragging that I used to be a thief. That ain't love. That's hate. Be not deceived. Come on.
But rejoices in the truth.
Do what?
But rejoices in the truth.
It loves the truth. Right? So even if somebody tell you, like, look, you off in certain areas, if I say, like, you know what, push, you was off yesterday, this and the third, whatnot, and I give you, you know what I'm saying, reproof, You're supposed to rejoice in that.
That's
Hey, look, all praises. Look, you showed me that you love me. But
Right.
Satan to get into your head, right? And make it. That
Mhm.
nigga don't like you. So
Mhm.
don't be deceived.
Right.
Don't be deceived. That's straight love. If you feel like I'm off, tell me the truth today. Don't holler at bruh about me or this bruh. Just come tell me.
Right.
And then I can rejoice in the truth. So I can't be deceived. That's love. Come on.
Beareth all things.
No, something.
Beareth all things.
Come on.
Believeth all things.
Believe some things.
Believeth all
Say,
things.
look, you believe all things, right? Don't you believe that Christ died for your sins?
That's right.
Don't you believe you are the children of God?
Yeah.
Don't you believe that one day you'll get to see the Messiah and reign with him?
Yeah. Thank you for that, because everybody will see the Messiah, but some gonna be thrown head first.
Yeah, head first. But that's why, you know, it's
That's
like,
what he
look,
said.
yeah,
Reign with him.
yeah, reign with him. Believe all things. Come on.
Hopeth all things.
Do what?
Hopeth all things.
Look, we all be hoping that we get our paycheck next week, right?
Man, look here.
You be hoping you get new jobs, right?
That's right.
Right? You be hoping that what? You're her girl, right?
Man, look here. Man,
But look,
I'm still hoping, man.
Still hope. Still hope.
Hey, ain't that funny, Jedediah?
Still hope. Come on with it, bro.
Endureth all things.
Come on.
Charity never fails.
Hey, what?
Never fails.
So look, you straight got love for each other, man.
Right.
You never fail your brother.
Right.
Never fail your sister. Never fail your children. Never fail your spouse. Like, be not deceived. Satan wants you to fail people, right? He wants you to go against God. Never fail God. Come on.
But whether there be prophecy,
Right?
they shall fail.
So look, if it's a prophecy, if you come up with a prophecy, right, it'll fail. Some prophecies do, fall short, right? 2012, right? That was a prophecy.
Yeah.
September 23rd, that was a that failed, right? Come on.
Whether there be tongues,
Right?
they shall cease.
That shall stop, right? Come on.
Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
So your knowledge should be gone too, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
For we know it part, and
Right.
we prophesy in part.
Come on.
But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away.
Come on.
When I was a child,
Come on.
I spake as a child.
Right.
I understood as a child.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought as a child.
Come on.
But when I became a man,
Right.
I put away childish things.
So some of the childish things that we did was like what? Youthful lust, right?
Yeah.
That's childish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You used to lie to your mama so you wouldn't get a whooping.
Right.
That's childish. Like, we became what? Men now. Come on, be not deceived. You're not a child anymore. You're only a child of God,
Right.
not of Satan. Come on.
For now we see through a glass darkly,
Right.
but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even also I am known.
Come on.
And now abideth faith,
Do what?
abideth faith,
Come on.
hope,
Come on.
charity.
Right.
These three,
Right.
These 3.
Come on.
But the greatest of these
It's
is
what?
charity.
It's love. So be not deceived, family. Hey, look, love your brothers and your sisters, man. Look, because if you can't love them down here on earth, you definitely ain't gonna love them in the kingdom.
That's all.
But that's what it's all is, man. Straight
That's
pure
right,
love.
that's right. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Outstanding lesson, bro.
Excellent.
Okay, man.
Very much made him into our. Be not deceived.
Yeah.
A lot of us deceived.
And I'm telling you, it spent
Right,
out
was
watching that
deceived
Messiah.
and
I'm
being
just like,
deceived.
man, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't be deceived.
Yeah,
It's like, shoot, tell my baby, say, look, we ain't fit to be deceived. Nobody in this house, nobody at HQ, nobody.
Right.
What verse? What songs we read?
Big song.
I thought you said 144.
No, that's what we opened up with. Oh, no, I said 44. I said 144.
144.
I don't know what I said.
We be deceived by the smallest thing, boy. Pour lots of deceived.
Right.
Landlords are deceived.
Boy,
You know what I'm saying?
don't say courthouse to deceive you, boy. Look, y'all know St. Louis, everybody in St. Louis know okay courthouse. Boy, look, boy, that's the
A twinkling eye will deceive you.
boy.
You know, a word. You know,
Hey, for real though, it's
you
like,
know,
hey,
deceive you. Oh, she liked me.
right, she like it. Oh, I think she like it. And look, I just, you know, like I said, speaking as a man, just like been deceived, and I believe like karma comes in different kind of forms, man. You know what I'm saying? Janky promoters. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? It comes in different kind of forms, man. So I believe, you know, like when I was younger, man, just deceiving and lying to women. You know what I'm saying? Just this is my confession. Just like deceiving and lying to women and manipulating women, it came back around and it happened to me. And I was so caught up into like different like knowledge and all this stuff to where I straight got deceived by a woman who actually knew certain things. And you know, it's like I believed everything she said. It's like I was deceived, and it's like my karma came back around. But once I saw for what it is, I'm like, man, that's straight karma. It's like, all right, so now my mind accepted it. You know what I'm saying? Just like, all right, look, that was my karma. So from deceiving women, I got deceived by one. So it's just like,
yeah, you know,
even from relationships, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say that was, you know, Holy Spirit convicting you. You know, it's gonna let you know why it happened.
Oh yeah.
You know exactly
well, you know exactly.
why that happened.
Yeah. So it's just, hey, look, all praises, man. You know, everybody get some understanding though. Just put some sevens in the room. Everybody got some understanding.
And hit the like button.
And hit the like button. Yeah, man. Just being free from all the demons you just been burdened with, man. Just feels so good.
Feel so light. Now you want to go fight.
Right. You just
now I want to battle. I want to battle.
You battle.
You gonna get it? 144.
144.
You opened up with 143.
Yeah, so you want 144. Which one you want to do? 144. All right.
Psalms 144. With the Most High's permission. Y'all ready? God. Blessed be the Most High, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight, my goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Yahweh, what is man that thou takest knowledge of him, or the son of man that thou makest account of him? Man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning, and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows, and destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me, and deliver me out of great waters, from the hands of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. I will sing a new song unto thee, O Yahweh. Upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivered Deuel, his servants, from the hurtful sword. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood, that our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones polished after the similitude of a palace, that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and 10,000s in our streets, that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in, nor going out, that there be no complaining in our streets. Happy is that people. Happy is that people that is in such a that is in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Elohim is the Most High. Hallelujah. Selah.
Yo.
Yo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
What's up, Hebrew?
What's up, Easy Food?
What's going on, my brother? Good to see you.
Shalom, family. Most High willing. See y'all soon. In my YAH'KI voice, see y'all sooner than later.
Yeah, man. Melly over there talking about I'm the soprano in the choir.
Man, that was hilarious.
Boy, I can't hold a note if I had a bucket.
It was janky promoters. Boy, I was cracking up. But yeah, Shalom, family. Most High people is all.
Get my daughter to the crib.